welcome or welcome back to my channel, The Jamaican Lady Home. It is your girl Terry, and if you are new here, welcome on this channel. I post authentic, unfiltered Jamaican homemaking content. Here on this fairly new channel, I will be cooking, cleaning, decorating my home, doing DIYs, indoor plant care, gardening, all on this channel. I want to thank you so much for clicking on today's video and choosing to stop by with me on this beautiful evening. I am decorating for the 4th of July. I tell you, I'm not like super patriotic or anything, but I do love to add a touch of festivity throughout the year to my outdoor space. I do not change my interior decor, but outside I like to have a little bit going on sometimes, and that's what I'm doing today. I'm starting off by cleaning my front door. I tell you, you cannot see on camera, but there were cobwebs on this door. There were dust and cobwebs. You see, I had to stop using the leaf blower and get my broom to get all the dust off because it was getting in my eyes. We're planning to have a small cookout here at our home for the 4th of July. We did have it last year and it was really nice, and we're going to have it this year again. And so I'm kind of just putting a little bit of festive touch on the exterior space. I'm not doing too much. I still love it to be a little bit simple. Also, I'm not like super patriotic, so I'm not gonna go all out. But you know what? As an immigrant that migrated so many years ago and found my way, I'm grateful to this wonderful country for the opportunity it has presented me and my family, and I do celebrate the 4th. I was so lazy this day, and instead of getting the water hose, I was using my watering can to wash off this area, and I'm going to sweep off the water with the broom. You guys, the water hose is so heavy. We have two and they're both heavy, and so if I don't have to use them, I really don't. And all I really needed was to wash the dust and dirt off this little area right here. So you see that yellow on the ground. So we have a sprinkler system that comes on every morning out here to water the plants and flowers. And so it's hard water. It's like well water, and it tends to rust everything it touches. So I did put some rust off on here, but I guess it will take a while to kind of soak in and kind of get it off. So I switched out my all-season wreath, and I'm putting up some 4th of July wreath to start with, and I'm also going to put up my 4th of July rug as well. These decor I've had for a very long time. I think the only thing I've purchased last year was a couple of flags, yard flags, because I have a thing for yard flags. I love yard flags. I love to use them around the yard, and so I have quite a bit. But everything else I have had for quite some time and didn't feel the need to buy anything else. I have a lot of these storage bins in my garage, and I want to say I have like 10 or 11 of them. And each of them has like different things. This one I keep my 4th of July decor in. They're good neighbor asking me what I'm doing outside. I'm filming content, sir. But yeah, so I keep all my decor in bins. So I have my Christmas decor in bins, my 4th of July decor, my Halloween decor in bins. And I do not necessarily change my interior decor except for Christmas, around Thanksgiving and Christmas, around the holidays. I do add some festive touch inside, but other than that, it's always outside. Here are my flags, my 4th of July flags, and I think I have like 3 different pairs, and my neighbor was He had a dog, and his dog was just doing too much. But yeah, so these are the three sets of flag that I have, and I wasn't quite sure which ones I wanted to use at the front of the house, but I opted for that one right there. I felt like it was kind of a little bit more subtle and ties in really a little bit better with the wreaths on the front door. And I think they look really pretty. You guys, if you haven't tried using yard flags, give it a go. They're really nice, and they bring a nice touch to the space outdoors. So I didn't know if I wanted to mix or match, but I was having some time putting the flag on this particular pole, so I decided to just make it cohesive and just use both on either side. And I'm going to put the flag in front of the garage. So this is what my front door looks like 365. Well, except for Christmas. At Christmas time, I have like my nutcrackers out here, my Christmas trees. I have two faux Christmas tree that I keep out here lit at Christmas time and make it really beautiful. But other than that, this is what the front door looks like when you walk up. I do not have a lot going on. I did have some plants, but I put them in the backyard because I find out that it was just like a lot of work for me to try to keep up with all the plants back in front the garage, in front the front door. So I just opted for my front door to be very minimal. I just have wreaths on there. And then, of course, right now I'm adding some flag, but for the most part, it's just my wreath and my front door mat. I had no intention of doing any yard work, but the weeds were everywhere. As you can see, like the weeds were out of control. And this tree right here, I'm not sure what it's called, but it is the most beautiful thing at fall. It only blooms later down in the year, and it blooms these really pretty pink flowers. But it's a wild thing, and so I have to keep like cutting it sometimes. As you can see, it just tends to go its own way, which is fine. I love it here. And when it's in bloom, it's just the most beautiful thing. I have this bag of mulch that was in my garage, and I really wanted to use it to top off the exterior space, but I guess I found the time today. I tell you, look, it was weeds everywhere, and they really tend to just make your space look really messy. So as I go, I'll just pull them out if I see them. But I was just laying down some mulch that we have, like kind of topping it off. So we do have a maintenance company that comes once every 2 weeks and maintain the front exterior space. And what they do is they will cut the lawn, cut the grass, um, also plume the trees, clean up the palm trees as well. And what they have is this high power blower that tends to blow the mulch away from where I have it right here. So I have to keep topping it off. And I did buy some mulch glue, but I wasn't sure if I wanted to use it. And so, now and again, I'll just top off the mulch. This is a very affordable mulch. I believe it was like $4 for a bag. It is such a beautiful day this evening, and I was at home off work. It's the weekend, and I just decided to go outside and enjoy the day while I get some decorating done. I tell you, if you're at home and you feel any kind of way, which we all do sometimes, just step outside for a minute. Step outside, turn off your TV, turn off your phone, or just put it on mute and step outside in your yard, in your backyard, front yard, or just go for a walk. And I guarantee you just always end up feeling so much better. And that's what I decided to do this day. I was like, you know what? I'm going to get outside and get the space decorated. When I started content creating, I was off work. So I thought it was going to be so easy to film your content and then video the next day. I tell you this, I've been back at work and it is so much work to do on my off day, but I truly enjoy it. I was home alone this day and, I would just having a good day outside. So these are my 4th of July signs, and I thought I wanted them in my planters that I have here by the garage. You guys, so these planters are like real, authentic, concrete planters, and they're so pricey. But I tell you this, there was some guy down in Miami, and I found these on OfferUp, these beautiful planters, and he told me that he would sell me both of them for $40. And so I had my boyfriend hopped in the van with me, drove to his address, picked these up. And so when I picked them up, he told me, he said, I had bougainvilleas in them. Look, you guys, I'm putting up the flag. But he thinks they're dead, but he didn't pull them out. And so when I came home, this was last year, I decided to try to rehab these bougainvilleas. And so I cut them back, feed them some plant food, and fertilize them, kept taking care of them. And they end up growing so beautifully. And that's what I spoke about when I talked in my previous video on, you can buy things secondhand and they still look the same. If you feel like you buy something and you want a different look to it, spray paint or paint it or put peel and stick on it, but don't be afraid to buy secondhand. This is my topiary, and I did not listen to the landscaper. So when we were getting this area done, I picked out the flowers, picked out the agaves and everything. And these two big, huge plants that you see, they're agaves, and they were really small. They just really grew over the course of time that we've been here. But the landscaper said, ma'am, I recommend that you get a topiary that's just one shape, because the more complex the topiary is, the harder it is to maintain. And I was like, no, I want the one that looks like these little balls on there. And he told me, he said, it's just hard to upkeep. He did not lie. He did not lie. I think I spent like 2 hours right here trying to give this topiary a haircut. It is so much work to maintain. And the actual people that maintains a front yard, if you have topiary and you want them to maintain and upkeep the topiary for you, it is an extra cost. That is a no thank you. So that's what I'm out here doing. I am shaping up the topiary. It is so time consuming, but I had a good time. It was relaxing for me. It was a good day. The birds were chirping. We have these large trees in the front yard, and it's a variety of birds that live there, like blue jays, and it's just such a beautiful day. And the neighborhood is really quiet. A lot of people that live in the neighborhood are like retired, older. They're retired and older, so they hardly come out. And I tell you, I just was having a wonderful time with myself. And this is actually things that I love and enjoy. When I lived in Georgia, I had a townhome. It was way smaller than this, and I still had outside. I did the landscape as well because I'm really big on the scape. And when we moved to this neighborhood, I tell you, the neighbors in this community, like they really go all out with their landscape, and I just love how beautiful each of these landscape around here are. But it's something that I really love. I think it's like putting makeup on the outside of your house. And I feel like even if your house is not the most beautiful, when your landscape is done, it just brings a different touch to your house, I tell you. But I was not going to pay extra to maintain this topiary. So, once every couple months, I come out here and just give this guy a haircut. And it does take a long time, especially if if I wait too long to come out here and just grow so much. It was really small when I got it, and I'm just shocked to see how beautiful it has grown. But I tell you this, if I was to go back that day, I would have listened to the landscaper and just chose one that had just a plain shape. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful plant and I enjoy maintaining it when I do decide to. You know, if you have something that helps you to take your mind off the chaos of life, just do it. Pour into it. For me, I talk how much my plants and my garden and my books is my outlet and how they work for me. And that's just what I do every weekend. Every day when I am done working, I water my plants, cut the dead leaves off, you know, and just have some quiet time for myself because I tell you this, life does get overwhelming. Especially now, I am not sure why, but I was talking to one of my friends and I was kind of telling her when it rains, it really pours these days. So just make sure you have something that you do for a little bit of distraction. You know what, as I said earlier, I had no intention of cleaning up or doing anything. I just wanted to come out here and throw up the decor, but the way I am, I just cannot. It's like decorating a messy house. I like clean spaces, and the same goes for outside. And so while I'm decorating, I'm just kind of just getting the leaves out of here and stuff like that. It's not no deep um maintaining because again, we do have a company that maintains outside for us. And so I was just kind of getting the area cleaned up with the dead leaves and that fell off the tree. And that way, my decor just looks real nice out here. So Florida is so beautiful and I do, enjoy the time while I'm here. But I do look forward to moving back to Georgia with near to live near my sister, and all my best friends are there except for one that lives in St. Pete, who is still 3 hours away. And so I literally have no one in Florida except for my boyfriend, and that's not safe. That is not safe. And so we talk all the time about the time frame when we will go back and when the renovations will be done, but it's so uncertain. It's so uncertain, and while I'm here, I'm enjoying myself. I've found all the things that I love, all the places that I love to go. The plant nursery here is top notch and is second to none. I have my beautiful plants, my little gardens, and I do enjoy it here. Even though Georgia is home to me, I enjoy it here. One of the things I'm looking forward to is moving back in a smaller space. Once this home is renovated, we can move back in a smaller home and that's, like more tailored for our family size. It's just the two of us. And then my boyfriend's son stays with us occasionally, but it's not permanent. So most of the time it's just the two of us and um we're a small family. We're a very small family. And so a 5 bedroom, en suites and two living rooms is just too much space for us. We don't get to use the space. It's too much space. And so looking forward to that. But nonetheless, it's a beautiful home. And I feel so privileged to live in such a place that's so beautiful. And I do love it here. Um, But I will say most of the time, I look forward to us downsizing and just kind of live in a space that's more tailored for our family. So, right now, I'm going to pick up the dust and I have my camera out here too, you guys, because I'm trying to get a little bit more acquainted with it. And I think I'm going to start using it to shoot after this video out here today. I for some reason could not get the lighting correct out here. And so I'm planning on going forward to utilize my camera because it was a huge investment, and I want to be able to, understand it and be able to use it for my content. So I got all the leaves out of my little area here. As you can see, you see all the yellow on the stones. That's from the sprinkler water. And I don't want to spray the rust off in here because I don't want it to damage any of the plants that you see that are in here. And so this is what it looks like. I think what I'm going to do is just have my boyfriend top it off with some white stones once he gets back home. That was it for the front yard, you guys. What I'm going to do now is just put down my 4th of July sign. I have 2 sets. And at first I thought I want them in this front area right here, but all the stones, I couldn't get them down in the ground. And so I'm just going to put them on the opposite side of the yard. And that's all I had going on. I did not have any eagles and, any huge flag or anything. I just like a little bit of touch of the festivities. I do not like anything that's too much and too overwhelming. And I truly love how simple yet beautifully decorated the space turned out to be. So once I'm done with the front, I'm gonna hop in the backyard and kind of put a little bit of decor on the deck as well. So I was parched this day because the sun was hot and I had put on sunscreen and it just made me so sticky and I was thirsty. But I just wanted to get this out the way because I am starting a new job next Monday after this video. I am so blessed and so grateful. I was offered an opportunity that aligns so well with my career goals and career journey. And however, that is hybrid. There goes my 4th of July sign. So my new job is going to be hybrid. So I'm going to work some days from home, some days in office, which is okay. I am excited about it. I get to have some type of working clothes again and just a little bit of balance because I find out working from home is amazing. It gives you so much time back. But because of the kind of person I am, I found out that I was still like doing house chores while I was working sometimes and tend to just get a little bit exhausted and tired. So I'm looking forward to the separation of work and home, but still, some days out of the week, I'm able to just not sit in traffic or anything like that. So a couple of videos ago, I had reset my outdoor space. It's still looking wonderful. It's still feeling nice out here. All I'm going to do right now is just put a little bit of 4th of July touch out here and to get it to be cohesive with the rest of the exterior space. So these chair pillows I do not keep on here all throughout the year because at summertime, more than anything, the palm trees are gorgeous back here. However, they mess with they have these things that fall out that messes with the pillows and the ground and just tends to get real messy and real dirty. But because we're going to have a cookout and a get together, I'm just getting the space ready so people can lay out here if they want to. They can sit here if they want to and enjoy the space. I'm going to switch out the floaties. I keep floaties in the pool all year round. There you go. Those pillows are really nice, you guys. And so I'm going to add some 4th of July floaties in the pool. But those huge floats that you see there, I'm still going to keep them on the deck because people love to use those floaties. Like my boyfriend and his grown friends, like grown men, be on the floaties just hanging out, and I love that. I love when people get to enjoy our space, enjoy our home, and enjoy the amenities that are here. I really take pride in hosting, and I love that. And so I'm gonna leave them there. So if kids come over, they will have the smaller floaties, but if adults want to get in the pool as well, they have the larger ones they can use. So the same thing back here where I'm just putting a little bit of touch of the 4th of July decor here and there. I don't want it to be too much and overwhelming and take away from the beauty of the space. I just love the green and I love the plants more so than anything out here. And so I try to keep the videos as minimal as possible. That's all I really had to do. You know, I had to just put little touches of pillow here and there. And then now I'm going to inflate the floats and the balls that are supposed to go in the pool. I have this little um pump and it packs a punch. It is so small, but it gets the work done. And so that's what I'm doing right now is getting these floaties up, and people love using these pool donuts, you guys. They're so fun. And so I'm throwing some in there to kind of, you know, bring the 4th of July into the pool area as well. I love decorating. I enjoy decorating. I enjoy all things home. And when I thought of creating a channel, it was nothing else I thought I would have done. The minute I decided I was going to create content, it had to be around the home. At one point, I thought it was going to be more so like immigration and real estate. And I do want to talk about those things eventually as we, I know, as the channel grow. I want to just share with others how they can, you know, if you're an immigrant or if you're thinking about it, how to go about things. And even if you are not an immigrant and let's say you're interested in real estate, buying a home, I'm very knowledgeable on that. And I really want to share all that on this channel. This channel is all about house and home. And if you don't own a house, you can't have a home. And so owning a home is not unreachable. It's not unattainable like a lot of people think. It just really takes hard work, determination, and sacrifice most of the time. You know, if you're a 9 to 5 person like I am, it just requires a little bit more work to be able to own a home. This house here is my boyfriend's house, but mine is in Georgia. Woo, look at that. I was having the time of my life decorating the space. But yeah, so I want to share some knowledge. You know, I want this channel to be more than just, you know, taking care of our home and being a successful homemaker. I want to share all of my knowledge that I have around real estate, immigration, plant care, homemaking, cooking, all of it I want to share on this channel. And I'm hoping to just grow over the course of time. You know, instant gratification is not a thing for me. I am okay with slow rewards. And that's what I'm hoping for this channel is to just grow and build a great community here. I hope this gave you some type of decorating motivation if you were thinking of putting any type of 4th of July touch on your space. I hope this gives you some idea how you can get it together. You guys, pool or not, you can decorate your outdoor spaces if you want to for 4th of July. You know, a flag goes anywhere. If you don't have a deck where you can put like pillows and stuff, just find other ways to put like festive touches on your space. But don't be afraid to decorate for the season. As you can see, look at that. That is why the water bill is high. As you can see, I had a great time today. It was so much fun. All these plants that I planted a couple of videos ago, they're growing so well and so beautifully. You guys, that was it. The space turned out so beautiful. I love it. The plants are blooming. The sun is shining. And I'm so thankful for everything. That's a last minute touch right there. I'm just adding some games on this table. Like I said, we're going to be entertaining for the 4th. So I want people to be able to enjoy themselves, you know, having a drink, play some dominoes, play some cards. And I'm adding some sunscreen out here. Black people do not love sunscreen. Jamaicans are worse. They do not use sunscreen. So I'm just putting it out here, hoping that they'll put it on because it's hot and the sun is hot. And then all I did was add an extra towel. But the space looked wonderful. I want to thank you so much for stopping by another week, you guys. I appreciate you. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. It costs nothing to subscribe, you guys. It's just a way for you to get notified when I post my videos. But thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, you guys.